tiny bit different of a start, Shavasana, but it's yoga conditioning, so you won't be there for too long. I'm gonna start down. We're gonna do a little kind of total body warm up. Move to the inner thighs and then do some different like lower body core drills. So I'm trying to be very like clear on what the purpose is of my practice recently. Are you here to clear your mind? Are you here to kind of grab a hold of the monkey mind, getting to the root of your attention? And sometimes I'm just here to like physically check in with the body. We're going to go 3 breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Flex your feet. Bring your heels directly in line with your sitting bones. Toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Oh, you can keep your legs straight. Yep. So now I want you to kind of feel like we would in mountain pose, Tadasana. Cross the hands over your chest. Yep. At the bottom, inhale. Straight legs, dig into heels. Exhale, sit up. Good. And then roll down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Continue. 3 more. Lengthen the abdominals. So this first little part is just this total body. You might even start to feel as you drag your heels, hamstrings, get a little engaged, and then the full sit up is the entire abdominal wall. Okay. Yep. Then you're going to do another one. Come to sit fully up here. Good job. Lower down. This time, when we sit up, you're going to bend your knees, plant your palms, and come up into reverse tabletop. Good. And then hips down to the mat. Stretch the legs straight, lower all the way down, cross arms. Good. And back up, plant hands. Squeeze glute, lift up, get into the shoulders. Yep, start to firm up the hamstrings and glutes. Lower down, get it with breath. Inhale. Exhale up. I know. And the reason why we cross the arms as you lift up is then you can't really use like momentum. Sometimes the arms kind of pull us. This is like that straight, pure sit up. Plant palms, lift up. Last time, hamstrings, glutes. You might even feel it in the wrist as the knees stretch forward. Okay, come all the way down. Continue, straighten legs, cross arms. And then this time from the reverse tabletop, you're going to lift up and then tap, touch, right hand, left foot. Yep, get transverse abdominis, tap hip, change side. Yep, lower down and cross your arm. At the bottom. Yep, come all the way down at the bottom. Oop, come down. Yep, yep. So it's just tap, tap. Yep, so sit up, lift hips, reverse tabletop. Tap one foot, opposite hand, opposite foot. Tap the other foot, sit all the way down, lay all the way down. One more full round. Inhale. Exhale, keeping the arms close into the body. Press the floor, lift. Good. Lift half. You come to sit back down. Grab your band here, Claire, and put it over the tops of your knees to roll forward. Tabletop position. Catching the breath. Inhale, table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep tension on the strap as you widen the upper leg bones apart. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose. Keep energy through the front body, and then you're going to do alternate leg out tap. So tap one foot, tap the other, count it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you come back to center plank pose, inhale, exhale, bend elbows lower all the way down onto your belly. Stack your hands, bring your forehead down onto your hands so that you relax your neck and shoulders. Take your feet to the corners of your mat. Put a lot of tension on the strap. Push the pubic bone down to feel your lower abdominals lift. And then as your hips squeeze down into the mat, float your legs. Yeah, keep the head down and relax. Exactly. And then pulse out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Feet down. Plant your hands underneath your elbows. Prepare for cobra. Inhale up cobra. As you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And so I know your feet might be a little bit wider in this down dog when we press the thigh bones out. And then one more round, kind of just like that. Shift forward into plank pose. And then begin to tap out, controlling as much as you can when you pull it back in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, maybe even a little farther. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower slow to the belly. Good. Stack hands, point toes. So when we point our toes, we feel our quadriceps get a little bit more active. Scoop from the tailbone, push down into the pubic bone. Try to keep that. Just lift a leg, relax shoulders, and pulse out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower that down. Plant hands underneath elbows. Draw forward as you scoop up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tabletop position. Parking the knees right underneath the hips. Stabilize through right hip and left knee. Fire hydrant for 10, 9. And so kind of when I started class and I said, like, what's your purpose? And we definitely kind of put this inner thigh purpose. You obviously are going to feel the outer hips to lift, but like resist against it as you let that inner leg kind of control the pace for 3, 2, 1. Now hold it out at the top. Impulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Left knee down. Tuck toes. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Kind of clear out the hips here. We want strong inner spiral in the legs so that your inner thighs are rolling back. Adductors get to lengthen now. And then inhale to forward into plank. Use kind of the power in your leg here. Strong to feed the spine. Tail bend, slow to the belly. Inhale, drag forward with the hips, forward with the side ribs, down and back with the shoulders, cobra. Table, top position. Okay. Second side, left knee stabilizes, left hip stabilizes, and then go fire hydrant with that right leg. Slow down. Not to avoid the work. Take the momentum out of it for your last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. And pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Right knee down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spin heels slightly open. Think inner knees back. From the root of the big toe, you're stepping back to the inner ankles, pressing out. Inhale forward into plank. Shins are always hugging slightly in, thighs are always widening out. Bend elbows, lower slow to give space between the sitting bones. To scoop the tailbone down. Inhale, curl up cobra. There's a tone through the glute. Still kind of pressing out a little bit. See if that helps engage posterior chain as you press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Take as many baby steps as you need, keeping the band as you step forward, top of your mat. Hands to chins. Inhale, open. Exhale, press out wide through your thighs as you fold in. Arms reach out, thighs press out as you lift to rise. Arms up, see palms press. Exhale, fold in Uttanasana. If the mind wanders, keep grab that tail. Control the monkey mind. Inhale, forward half flat. Exhale, step it back. How many steps as you need? Plank pose. Wide through the thighs. Inhale. Now chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, up. Trying to keep more active legs. Press out and downward facing dog. 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Shimmy that band off your legs. Take it out to the side. And then look forward and jump forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen half flat back. Exhale, fold in. Still grounding through the root of the big toe, stretching back through inner heels. Bend knees, drop hips, sit low. We always want to have a little internal spiral in the thighs. Chair pose. Inhale, chair. Exhale, drop down, fold in, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen half flat back. Exhale, 1, 2 step, top of your push-up plank pose. Keep the band. Inhale, think plank. Exhale, bottom of your push-up, chaturanga. Let that be a pose. Inhale, still wide thighs as you open. Downward facing dog. Right foot, step forward lunge. Spin your back left heel to flat. Lift to rise. Warrior 1. And once you get up into that warrior 1, good job. Strong spiral through the back leg, pressing both thighs out. A really good cue here. Interlace the hands behind your hips. Roll shoulders back down together. Humble warrior as you fold in. Look underneath the body. I find my outer left hip. I try to visually look back, think that I'm pressing it to be in line with my outer left ankle. And then stay low, Claire. Bring your fingertips down to the mat and stretch them forward, way off the top of your mat. And see how low you can go. Maybe you widen your feet. You press your right kneecap more forward. And we get lighter and lighter on the fingertips. And for some reason, I always think this is like Spider-Man climbing up a wall, stretch it out through that inner thigh. And then hands walk back underneath your shoulders. Lift the back left heel, lizard lunge. Pause there. Pull the sitting bones together. One-legged plank as you shoot your right leg back. Inhale, one-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Where are the shoulders? Inhale, twist the inner elbows forward, inner armpits forward, up dog. Roll over toes, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, lunge. Back right heel spins to flat. Lift to rise, warrior one. You did a really good job on the opposite side of spinning that back leg in. Feeling the sitting bones magnetizing together like it's getting narrow through the sitting bones. Interlace the hands behind you. Inhale, roll shoulder blades back down. Inhale, lift heart. Exhale, fold in, humble warrior. Hey, and then as you feel like you're really getting low and dropping down, you're going to release your hands and walk the fingertips forward. So essentially, we're trying to keep all the body weight, all of the gravity, helping to sink the hips down. Lengthen it out. One. Inhale, firm left hip in. Widen right thigh back, like you've got on that booty down for two. Inhale. Exhale for three. Hands walk back underneath the shoulders. Lift back right heel, lizard lunge, and then the left leg shoots back, one-legged plank. Inhale, one-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, twist inner elbows, twist armpits, roll through outer shoulders, up dog, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale for three. Shift forward into plank pose. Keeping your feet hip width distance apart. Drop your heels over to the left and extend that right arm up. Now, this bottom left knee, you're going to pull it towards your left elbow. Yep. And then hover down like you're going to tap your left hip to the mat and lift it back up. Then from there, how far can you shoot that left leg back, turning on obliques, squeeze between the thigh. Left knee, left elbow. Left hip tap. Use that right leg. Left knee tap elbow. Shoot, draw back, squeeze inner thighs. And then come back to center. Plank pose. Good job. Inhale, plank. Between the sides. Exhale, chaturanga. Use it as the push-up. Inhale. Activate the upper back. That was very good. Downward facing dog. Okay, so this little sequence, trying to keep the purpose at the inner upper thighs, obliques, and core. Inhale forward into plank. Pivot turn. Drop both heels to the right. Bhaktsi, stop walking Bhakthisthasana. Left arm up. Good. Draw. Right knee to right elbow. Yep. Feel the inner left thigh. Tap the hip. Keeping the right knee squeezing up. Yeah. Push the floor away. Use oblique. And then shoot it back towards dragon pose. Good. One more time. I kind of think two of these is enough. Strong obliques, inner thigh. Tap the hip. Press back. And then push back, push back, push back. How far can you go? And then we land in plank pose. Wait for your you line up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, be the pace. And then rotate the arms, twist through the shoulders. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog. One. Inhale. Exhale for two. Inhale. Exhale for three. Left foot step forward in between your hands. Good. Turn and parallel your feet. Good. Let's stand. So I just turned on the timers. These will be timed. Prepare in your sumo squat. So we're going to sumo squat down and then kick out and tap. Opposite leg, opposite hand. Good. So these are going to be timed. And what I like about time is that don't try to rush. Use the glutes and then kick out. And then when I control it, good. Oblique, up and out. Squat, tap, in, X. Last 10 seconds. Good. All the way down into that. Got it, squat. Good job. Should be a little warm on the hip flexor. And pause. Okay. You're doing that again. Adjust a little bit. I'm going to try to stay a little bit more in sumo. So I use my glutes when I go down. In 3, 2, 1. Good. So usually what happens, Claire, it's like the opposite hip, the standing leg hip. We're actually getting a lot of strength there too as we squeeze and stabilize. And I like to kind of like chorus line, can dancer, like kick, but try to use hip flexor in 4, like you're pulling that leg up to something heavy. Good job. And your last 5 seconds. And you get a break. Really? A little bit here. Inner and outer hip. In your last. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Press the heels in the sumo squat, right? We press the heels in and tap out. I'm gonna go just a little bit slower. Yeah, so I can get that pure external rotation of the upper leg. We're doing enough of these that you can start to focus now just really on the quality of it. But in, X, essentially huge difference between size. Good, and then go ahead and shake that out. Next set, nice and wide, interlace the hands behind the head. And then we're just gonna bend deep into that right knee for a side lunge and then press back up and change side. Okay, so it would be the same cue. Like when we do a skandasana, trying to encourage you to push the weight back into the heel. I can actually lift my toes up. It looks like you're doing the same thing, right? I'm gonna keep the weight in the heel. That's what connects it to the hamstring as you press back up. And then the only thing then that I try to work is not to lean forward, but to instead feel this like straight down. And this is where my purpose comes. I kind of get the pause and I try to drive through the heel and really let that be what pushes me back up. And you're done. Little 15-second break. You choose how low to go in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So as I bend, I push the heel. Okay. So sometimes I'm not literally just kind of like going through the motion and something changes about the pose for me when I feel the weight load into the heel and try to connect it up into the hip. Inhale down, exhale, press. You can get the feeling of squeezing the glute. That's going to help you turn that leg. Wow, that really made a difference. To press that knee more open. Yeah. Right. And then the last thing here is like on this leg, Claire, I'm really strong. So my hip point doesn't drop. On this point, I'm a little bit more weak. And so I got to keep that hip point up. I hope that makes sense. I kind of collapse into it. Sorry, you're done. 10 more seconds of rest. And we have one more round. So ideally, we're going to try to keep the hips really in level. I'm going to start with my right leg. That's my weak leg here with you. And come down and try to keep that front lift and then press back up. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. In. X. Okay. So here we go. This is our last 15 seconds. Last set of these. Inner thigh, glutes, stretch the inner left leg as you strengthen the right. You got it. Down and in. Focus on inner thigh strengthening. One more time. Over to your right. And press back up. Good. Shake that out. Plant hands top of your mat, please. And downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Step your right foot forward up in between your hands, lunge. Lift all the way up to rise. High lunge. Good. And then I'm going to bring my hands in front of my heart and step your left knee up in towards your chest and do a twist. Yep. And do the reverse lunge back. Bend that back left knee, kind of hover it. And step up, tap twist. Good. In. X. As you control, can you feel the weight in the right heel helping you to press to stand? And then hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot steps forward. Lift to rise. High lunge. Hands at the heart. Begin. Good. So when lower down, really take sitting bones together. Inner thigh squeezing. In. If you're anything like me, my weight tries to want to roll to the pinky edge of the left foot because my outer hip is stronger. If I can keep it on inner left heel, it engages that inner thigh. You can press the elbow and knee together. And then hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot forward. Lift to rise. And way. Continue into switch. So just left knee drive. So for our 3 rounds. Good. So get ready. Yeah. And then you change sides. So I do feel, Claire, that if I push the elbow and knee just a little bit at the top, more feeling of oblique. Okay. Good. Hold the breath. Standing tall here. Tadasana. Good. Turn to face me. Toes out, heels in. Okay. Interlace the hands behind the head. It's going to be a goddess squat. And then you're going to step out at 45 and squat again and step back. And then keep kind of changing sides here. Good. I inhale down, exhale up, in, exhale. Good. And I can't necessarily see it in you, but I lean forward. My challenge is to keep pressing my head back into the hands. That's why they're there. And you're done. Ooh. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gotta squat down, glutes. Okay, weight is in the inner heel. Now, if you want to start to tap one elbow to one knee when you step out. So I'm stepping out with that left foot, tapping my right elbow. Good. We did that class a while ago, like combo moves. Sometimes I just like to add on, give it a little variation. I think I'm gonna tomorrow. When I sit down and go to the toilet, we're sitting down low, squeeze the glutes to come back up. Finish that as we come back up to center. Got 15 seconds of rest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, really stable through the spine. Side waistline back. All in the legs here. Take your time. Then move the spine to come back up. Especially on the neutral squat here. I'm going to try to press through the inner heels, up through inner thighs, squeeze the glutes at the top, and switch. Okay, so kind of seeming like on this last round, I can have the desire to go like a little slower, but with a lot more alignment. Inner heel pressing forward. Good. Wide. Knees widen out as you tap. And let's do one more. Squat. Press to center. Squat. Tap. And lift back up to stand. Okay, for the last one here, Claire, you're going to face me. Step your right foot back. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Cross your forearms in front of you. And then you try to lower kind of straight down and come back up. So even like the more, like step that foot even closer in. It's kind of called a shrimp squat. And we're trying to kind of go straight down and back up. It requires a little bit more like ankle flexibility. And essentially, I want you to be really light in that back leg. So it's almost fully, it's a great prep for like a pistol squat. My toes are very light and I'm trying to go straight down and drive up only with the leg. I think where your back foot can come in even more. Yeah, like probably like, see like both my feet are on the mat. I mean, you have to find what's right for your ankle mobility and then prepare. So I think I'm going to try to like line up my toes with my heel and keep it that narrow. So then, yeah, see, this side's way harder for me. So on the other side, I had the mobility to bring the knee almost to the floor. I mean, I'm talking the front right knee. Yeah. Glute, 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 glute. I can, wow, this leg is so much weaker. I can barely be light in that back foot. It's almost 50-50. Oh, I found an area of opportunity here. And you have 5 seconds to do one more and then press back up. Good. So we'll do kind of 23 seconds on one leg and then we'll switch. 5, 4, 3. This is your last set. Chest up and lower. In. X. Okay, so by kind of having the purpose of inner thigh, you can kind of change where you keep your awareness on that heel. Next time you come up, change leg. Down and up. In. Up. Yeah. Last 3, 2. How light can we go in that back foot? And press back up to stand. Good. Come to sit down facing the top of your mat. Bottoms of your feet together, knees wide apart. You can start with your fingertips back behind you. Okay, inhale, squeeze your butt muscles. Exhale. Oh, it transferred to my iPad. Hold on, I think you can, I think it transferred. Can you hear me? Okay. Yep, soften. Two more. Inhale, lengthen spine. Squeeze the butt muscles. You might feel the pinky edge sides of your feet be able to press together more. And then exhale. The knees drop down at all. One more. In. Press, squeeze, hold. Sitting bones together. And then exhale. And then you can hold on to the feet, peeling them open like a book. And as you hip hinge forward, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Go ahead, slide your feet a little more forward as you roll all the way down onto your back. Just let the inner thighs take a second to lengthen out. Notice if you're overarching in your back, if you're kind of picking your bottom ribs up, let them soften down. And then extend your legs forward as you open your palms. Shavasana. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knee. As you roll to your right. And press up to front seated. As you fold your hands in front of your heart center. Use your breath one time to really grab the root of your attention. Remember your purpose. And then try to keep that purpose as you get off your mat. Taking your thumbs to your third eye to bow forward and seal your practice. Jai Siddhasana.